What we're going to do in this video is three things. The first thing is I'm going to share with you what makes up a good dropshipping product, so you'll be able to find good dropshipping products on your own. Next, I'm going to give you some specific categories and niches of good items so you have an advantage and a head start. And finally, I'm going to give you 17 different specific items. I'm actually going to give you the link to the item. So I'm going to say here is 17 different items. I'm going to give you the link to the item on a good dropshipping company's website so you can literally list these 17 popular hot selling items in your Facebook Marketplace dropshipping store right now if you want. You're going to get all that over the next few minutes in this video. So as promised, let's dive into the first part. So first we have to understand what makes up a good product to dropship on Facebook Marketplace. It has to have a few criteria. The first criteria is it has to be for a end consumer. Now this is just a fancy way of saying that we're not going to sell like ice cream machines that McDonald's might use. We're not going to sell construction equipment that a construction company might buy if they're going to redo someone's driveway. We're going to sell stuff that like you and me would buy, right? We're going to sell stuff that you, me, mom, dad would buy. And those are generally things for around the house. So generally, if you look at things around your house, like chairs or couches or furniture, which are all good items to actually dropship, computer chairs are good items as well, like what I'm sitting on here. These are good items to dropship. These are the types of These are the kind of things we want to start thinking about when we're finding good items to dropship. The other thing is we want to make sure the item isn't too big. I dropshipped an item once. I didn't dropship it on Facebook, but when I was doing Amazon, I dropshipped an item and I got an email, and the email said, "We're trying to deliver this item, call us." And I called the person on the number, and the item was so big, they had to hire like a separate person with a separate truck to drop the item off. And they thought the item was going to me, but really it was going to my customer. And they wanted the customer to be home. They wanted to make sure there was enough room to drop off the item because it wasn't like something that would fit like in a box on the front porch. It was like a massive item. And then I had to call up the customer and make sure that the customer was going to be home, and then call that company back and set it up. It was a big deal. So the next thing is we want to make sure that the item is going to be, it can be dropped off easily, right? Now that doesn't mean it has to fit in the mailbox, but we want to make sure if it's, maybe like that stool you see behind me there, that was an item I bought off the internet, but it was broken down, it was put in a box, and it was dropped off, that can be dropped off in front of someone's porch, in front of the main door, and they don't have to be home to have it. They don't have to be home for it to be delivered. That's just like a big pain. So with that said, now that we kind of have the framework, let's move into the next part and talk about some specific kind of categories of items. So chairs are good. Like for example, this office chair is good. I've sold a handful of office chairs. Office chairs are good. Furniture is good. Storage is good. People like to buy stuff and then they like to store it. So if you can list different storage items, those are good too. And again, we're not talking about industrial type stuff, like little boxes that people could store their stuff in. People buy things to store and organize their shoes, for example. People buy things to organize stuff in the kitchen. People buy things, storage boxes that they might slide underneath their bed, right? Like, plastic storage boxes they might slide underneath their bed or put in their closet to store clothes, things like that. These are all fantastic items. Hammocks are good. Other thing that's good is stuff for the outside. So outside fun. So during the summertime, this might be grills. One of the items I sold a lot, when I got started dropshipping way back in the beginning on Facebook, I started dropshipping on Amazon. I've been dropshipping on Amazon for more than 2 years. But when I started on Facebook, I was dropshipping. One of the first items that took off was an outside grill because it was getting, it was like spring and it was getting close to summer, so people were buying grills. Now, during December, you're probably not going to sell a lot of grills, but we have to think, okay, what would someone buy that might be kind of outdoors-ish related during the wintertime? Well, that could be sleighs, that, I think I said that right, sleighs, the people go on. That could be, it could be snow removal, like those things that you push that automatically renew snow. During the summertime, I sold a fair amount of lawnmowers. I sold a fair amount of lawnmowers. Well, if that sells good during the summertime, what would be an equivalent of that might sell good during the wintertime? Again, snow blowers. Or, yeah, the things you push, that you can push on your driveway that automatically put snow out of the way, those would be fine to list as well. So these are all a handful of different ideas to get you thinking. Now, finally, as promised, if you want a link to 17 different good items to list, if you look in the description underneath this video, I have a document that you can download. It's 100% for free. It'll give you a link of 17 different specific items, and it actually gives you the link to the dropshipping company. So it's not just like, here's an office chair. It's like, this is the actual specific item on the dropshipping company's website. This is the office chair to list in your store. So if you want that, that's in the description. My name is Aaron Goldstein. That concludes this video. And if you like this video, I'll try to put other videos, recommended videos somewhere on here that you could check out as well.